In the quiet town of Maplewood, mornings began with the chirping of birds, the rustle of trees, and the dreams of ordinary people trying to live extraordinary lives. Among them was a boy named Arjun Mehta, curious, thoughtful, and full of dreams, yet unsure if he'd ever make them come true. His father Ramesh worked hard as a mechanic. His mother Kavita stitched clothes from home. They didn't have much, but they had love. At school, Arjun struggled. While others wrote confidently, he hesitated. His mind clouded with doubt. When the results came, the red marks on his paper felt heavier than the pages themselves. His friends laughed. His confidence shattered. At dinner that night, silence spoke louder than words. His father's eyes said everything: disappointment, worry, and quiet hope. That evening, Arjun sat by the old maple bridge, tossing pebbles into the water, whispering to himself, "Maybe I'm just not meant to do anything great." An old man named Hari, a humble toy seller, noticed the sadness on his face. He sat beside him, smiling gently. "What's troubling you, son?" he asked. Arjun sighed. "No matter how hard I try, I always fail." Hari listened patiently, his eyes kind and full of wisdom. "Tell me," Hari said softly, "when you plant a seed, do you expect it to grow overnight? Number. You water it, believe in it, and one day, it becomes a tree. Your mind works the same way." That night, Arjun walked home under the flickering streetlights, repeating the words in his head. Feed your mind with belief and hope. The next morning, he woke up early and pinned a note on his wall that read, "Today is a good day. I can do it." He began studying, not just to pass, but to understand, to improve, to rise. When friends mocked him, he smiled. He had stopped seeking approval and started believing in himself. One afternoon, he saw Hari struggling to push his toy cart up a hill. Arjun ran to help. Hari smiled and said, "The world becomes lighter when we choose to lift instead of complain." A few weeks later, the principal announced a school science exhibition, Innovation for a Better World. Arjun's eyes lit up with an idea. He wanted to build a wind-powered water pump, simple, cheap, and useful for farmers. But then came the voice of doubt. What if I fail? He ignored the doubt and started collecting scrap parts, bicycle wheels, bottles, motors, anything that could bring his dream to life. Night after night, under a single lamp, Arjun worked, his parents watching proudly, silently praying for his success. The day arrived. The school auditorium was alive with color, excitement, and projects that sparkled with creativity. Arjun clutched his project tightly, heart pounding. He looked around. Everyone else's models looked so much better. When his turn came, he took a deep breath and began explaining how his small windmill could pull water using natural energy. The judges watched in silence. Then, the windmill spun, water flowed, the room erupted in applause. A week later, his name echoed through the auditorium. First prize, Arjun Mehta. The crowd clapped, and Arjun's eyes filled with tears. He stood on stage, holding his trophy, remembering every failure, every doubt, and smiled, knowing it was all worth it. After the event, he ran to the bridge, trophy in hand. "You were right, Hari," he shouted. The old man smiled, eyes glimmering with pride. "Remember," said Hari, "positive thinking doesn't guarantee success, but it gives you the strength to try again. That strength creates miracles." Years passed. Arjun studied engineering and built a company of his own, one that created affordable, clean energy for villages. He named it Umeed Energy, the energy of hope. His small team worked day and night to bring light to places that had lived in darkness. Arjun's windmills turned barren fields green again. The smiles of villagers became his greatest reward. Soon, newspapers wrote about him, the boy who turned failure into fuel. His story inspired thousands. At a school event, he stood before students and said, "When you believe in yourself, half the battle is already won." Every year, Arjun returned to the same bridge, the place where his journey had begun, the place where he had learned to believe. He placed a small windmill toy on the bridge railing and whispered, "Thank you, Hari, for showing me the power of hope." As the sun set over Maplewood, Arjun walked away with peace in his heart. The screen fades to words that echo in eternity. Feed your mind with belief and hope, and it will grow into success.